Right then guys, I'm sort of working my way up. I'm just over in Unit 2 to do some videos here. I just thought I'd start down this because what an impressive line of cars we've got. We've got a stunning Audi Quattro, RS2000. Then we've got a group of rally cars here. Look, one, I'm coming back to do a video on this one in a minute. 2, 3, 4. And then we've got Focus RS's here. You know, oh well, aren't we lucky? And the one I've come to just to show you around is the XR3. Which one here? Now, I've always been a fan of XR3s. In fact, the first one that I owned back in the day was this colour. And it was it was about 10 times worse than this then. Yeah, so we're looking at what, 33 years ago. So there you go. Now this one here, so I did bring up the paperwork earlier on in the day and just laid it out on the bonnet of that lovely Mark II rally car there, so we can go through that in a moment or two. The gist of the car is purchased new by a gentleman called Tim, who kept the car for most of its life, right the way up until probably about, I've just had a quick word with Liz, about 2.5, 3 years ago, when it was purchased by Michael, who had historically worked with Tim. They were work buddies, they knew each other. And I think I'm right in saying, I hope so, Liz, I think Michael had said, you know, whenever you want to do anything with that car, ring me. You know, and anyway, a deal was done. The car, Tim had actually put the car in a garage some years earlier, and it had spent quite a number of years, in the teens, I think, in the garage, and then passed on to Michael. Michael has done some sort of refurb work, I believe, got it back on the road, issued a new MOT. That was done, another MOT, that was done in June last year. And then Tim, we'd lost Tim earlier on, before this, and then Michael's idea, and Liz was, this is what Mike had always wanted, so his idea was to take it to the next level and have some fun with it and do the shows and everything. And then we lost Michael, which is what we hear on a regular basis, which is why, guys, if you fancy doing something, whatever it might be, I don't know, climbing Mount Everest, buying a motorhome, I don't know, buying a boat, buying an XR3, just crack on, honestly, because we're not here that long, and if you can do it, do it. But anyhow, that's easy for me to say. So that's the gist of it, which is backed up with what we've got here on the bonnet of this Mark II, ironically with Ford in the background there. So we've got MOT certificates here. There we are. First one issued in 1984, so 81, 82, 83, 84, so that would be its first MOT. 16,000 and a few hundred, 21,000 and a few hundred, 26,000, 30,000, 35,000, 39,000, 42,000, 44,000 and a few hundred, 44 again, 46 and a few hundred, 46,000 there, 47,000. And then the car was then garaged, and it was then came out again. So we've got 47,393. It was then, I believe, if you do your MOT check history as well, you'll see it was then laid up until June 2022 when it came out and had that new MOT issued there. So we've got the original registration document that was issued to Tim, obviously, when he bought the car. I've got a copy of it as well there. We've got the current V5. Now, Liz had to put the car in her name. I mean, you guys will be aware of this. When you lose a partner or whatever it might be, you have to, obviously the vehicles have to go into your name as well as sorting out everything else, bank accounts, you know, the houses, the whole lot. So it would be a two-owner car, albeit Michael only owned the car for a couple of years, tops. So you know where I'm going with this. It's almost, I know it's not, but it's almost a one-owner car up until a couple of years ago, this thing. So that's the background to it. The car itself, I believe has the box been ticked? Yeah, young Jack has taken a large series of photographs, hopefully for you. And then it's just me to sort of waffle on and tell you, what I know about the car. So there it is. There's all your dash area. Door shuts, door cards, seat there. Yeah, 48,100 on the clock now. It's got a later radio, that Philips radio. I remember fitting them, I think, in sort of Vauxhall Cavaliers and things, but there's a period radio in the back, which we'll come to in a moment. So in there is exactly how you would hope to find an XR3. XR3, let's not forget, XR3. Now under the engine bay, but the first to say the engine bay could do with some restoration work, but it's all there. And not a big job to drop that engine and gearbox out, move a few ancillaries, and you could restore that engine bay up quite nicely. That would come up well. But look how genuine it is. I look on that, you know, with envy really, because Jack and I just started to take his gearbox out of his R5 last night. Oh my word. Yeah. Pipes and wires and, oh geez. Makes that an absolute joy to work on the old XR3. So yeah, there you go. Not Concours, guys, please bear that in mind. Please come down and see it as well. It's not Concours, but to me it shouts a very, very, very genuine car. In the back, I believe Liz kept them all in the back. There's some bits and pieces. So we've got, oh, it's not quite, now I apologise, it's not quite the correct period radio there, but there is a Ford radio to go in it, albeit that's out of a slightly later car. Look, it tells you there what's on it, so you haven't got to be what's his name, Inspector Clouseau, to work that out. Look, 2006, so you need a nice period radio, the one where the tape deck sort of fits in, 2 buttons either side. I'm sure you can picture it, I certainly can. Now all the parts and bits and pieces are going with it. It's a workshop manual there, spare wheel, plug leads, a clutch kit, and a new, I think it's new, yes it is, new headlamp there. Not you need one, but there's a new headlamp there. Even down to, even down to some period Ford snow chains with the car, the whole caboodle. So all that is going to go with the car. Parcel shelf, we're all guilty of it, but thankfully only small speakers in it, not the usual great big 6x6s that we used to put in back in the day. Other than that, you can live with them. Look, they're quite nice actually as well. They're Pioneers. They're quite nice. They're not in your face speakers, so you can live with them. They're okay. Still got the proper strings on the tailgate. Still got the cardboard derivative there on the back. Plastic, that's all in good order. All down there, all nice, look, on the boot lid. And moving just quickly onto the front again. Nice period fog lamps. Look at that, in good order. Which you've already spotted, obviously. Yeah. So hopefully, guys, that's given you a bit of background to the car. Next step is to come down and have a look and see what you think. I'm just going to put all this paperwork away and take it back down to the girls in the office. We've got all sorts of bits and pieces here, handbooks and things. I think Tim's details are still in the front of there. Yeah, there we are. Bristol Street Motors supplied the car, Titan Blue, there we are, in 1991. So all the dots line up, guys. There's some service invoices and bills and spare parts and odds and ends there. Like I say, the original V5 stating Tim's information and so forth there. So a copy there of another one. So it's all there. Oh, that's the sort of radio it should have in, I suppose. Look, that one there. But I was thinking more of that type of style, to be fair. But anyhow, you'll pick up a nice period radio, won't you, for it? And there you go, guys. So, yeah. A very genuine Escort Xr3.